Well, hello everybody. Today is technically part two of our Epcot adventures. We hit Epcot the first night we came in, but we didn't film very much.
Today we're going to be taking in festival arts here at Epcot.
And taking in some shakies to make it.
We did need to be appropriately caffeinated because we did have a big day yesterday with our 4-part challenge. Today we're going to be taking it a little slower, enjoying some of the eats and treats and the art that is along the way. So
Yep, we slept in this morning and then we hit Magic Kingdom for a couple hours, did a little walking tour of Main Street, which was awesome. And also, we did the new Country Bear show, which also was great. And then monorailed over, so now we're going to hit up a little Festival of the Arts. Let's see what it's got to offer. We already had a few snacks we'll talk about, and we're going to try some different ones as well. And maybe do the Broadway show again, which we did. Also put some clips in of that because we shot that on the first night and it was great. So let's head on in.
As we walk into Epcot past the beautiful Spaceship Earth, let's talk a little bit about festivals. At Epcot, there are 4 seasonal festivals every year. They start off with Flower and Garden in the spring. Then you have the Food and Wine Festival in the summer and early fall, followed by Festival of the Holidays over Christmas, and then finally Festival of the Arts in the early portion of the year, usually January and February. Today, we're experiencing Festival of the Arts. These are somewhat of an overlay on the usual park experience with extra food and drink booths that are snack-sized, smaller portions, and then some other sort of experience that relates to the theme of the festival. So for arts, it's the arts. You've got physical art, paintings, photography, you've got music, you've got drama, you've got Broadway, you've got a whole constellation of the arts to explore at this festival. So let's head in.
We have made it to Unicorn Plaza at Opening Bites, one of the Festival of the Arts menus. And Buffy really wants to try the soft shell crab slider. There's also a cheddar and chive scone, and then we're also going to try the Enchanted Rose and milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. A variety of beers, champagnes, and wines here as well. This is right by the Central Plaza of Epcot. Let's get our crab slider. So, this looks interesting. This is the soft shell crab slider with green papaya slaw and mango ketchup on toasted brioche.
I think that's
actually looks like crab.
It is a crab. It's a soft shell crab.
Those are the crab legs?
Yeah, the thing is it's
that's
soft
actual
shell.
Crab legs?
Yeah. So he's molted, so he lost his shell, and you can eat him while he's...
Buffy will be trying that while I'm trying the Enchanted Rose, milk chocolate rose with raspberry and rose center. And this booth had ice waters, so we got 2 ice waters.
I have heard good stuff about this, and I do like crab. Tastes fresh. It's good enough to finish eating, but I probably wouldn't go back for.
That's all I needed to hear. Let's try the Enchanted Rose. Oh, it's very soft. It didn't look soft on the outside, but it's like a mousse with that raspberry center. Yep.
Yeah.
It's very soft. It's very smooth mousse with raspberry ending. Review of the soft shell crab thing.
Edible?
It looked delicious.
Not fantastic.
No, you didn't love it? Was it rubbery?
Now, I had been hearing all about it. A lot of people really liked it. I wasn't one of those people. But I did eat it because we paid a good amount of money for it. So I ate it. I can say I did.
All I gotta say is saw that one coming. I like the Enchanted Rose, although at the end of the day it was mostly just like milk chocolate mousse. So it's nothing mind-altering. The cookie in the bottom is the best part.
But there is a list of foods that when you try them, you get a stamp in your Festival of the Arts passport, and then if you eat all of them, you get a completer
treat. Yeah, every festival has the same thing. Food and wine, it's cheeses, and holidays, it's usually cookies, and this one, it's like the artistic ones. And that was the Enchanted Rose was one of the artistic ones. I'm going to show you the map so you can see the scope of this thing. It's right over here.
It's pretty
I
big.
got distracted by this electric fiddler who you probably just saw a clip of. He was pretty neat.
Arts, by the way, includes musical arts.
Yeah, Broadway, music, sculpture,
Yeah.
paint, chalk, crayon.
It is quite sunny and warm, and
Translation hot.
we're gonna go check out the rest of the events.
So here's the general idea of the map for Festival of the Arts. You see a World Showcase here. Every time you see a little purple diamond, that's a food booth stand where they have food and drinks. And so it starts way here at the entrance to Epcot, and you go all the way around. These are all different food booths all the way around the World Showcase. So I counted it up, there's 21 of them. And then all the yellow/orange circles are artists displaying their art. So these are all the art displays and all of the festival booths. Here's the names, if you're interested, of all the food booths at the festival. So yeah, there's 21 of them there. And then here's all the artists and merchandise. This is the first art that we've seen. It kind of runs all the way down here. It's all Disney-themed art, obviously. But we're going to check some of it out. This is in the Disney Fine Art Collection. So he's got a lot of attraction posters over here. Steamboat Willie, Ratatouille. The Free Caballero, $5,500. It's big. It looks like it's glass. These are neat, but none of these call in our name. Still in the Fine Art Collections. There's some pretty awesome pieces right here. Just kind of panning through so people watching the video can look and see if there's anything that you would have wanted if you were here. Kind of give you an idea of what you might be able to get at the Festival of the Arts. We just came by here and these caught our eye, as did this amazing Beauty and the Beast print, or a photo over here, and that right there that Buffy Stockings is the artist that painted all these. It's so cool. That's what's so cool about this festival. The artists are just sitting right here with all their work. This is art by an artist named Carlton. I like it, but to me it kind of looks like something that might be in a Airbnb. We're still right here in the Central Communicore Plaza, and right over here is the Once Upon a Stage, 30 years of Disney Broadway, which we saw last week, and I'll put some of that footage in right now.
Once Upon a Stage is an exhibit at the Festival of the Arts at Epcot that celebrates 30 years of Disney on Broadway. Some really interesting sets and costume pieces, information and education about Disney on Broadway. Here you have the Pumbaa costume from the Lion King show on Broadway, which we saw a couple years ago and was absolutely amazing. This is one of the giraffe costumes from the show, and you can kind of see how the performer can fit into this costume and act like the giraffe on stage. As we scroll over towards the Aladdin section, I was blown away to learn during this walkthrough that because Disney on Broadway has now spread across the globe, there essentially is a Disney on Broadway performance happening every hour of every day, 365 days a year. This section of the exhibit demonstrated some of the costuming, some of the threads and fabrics, some of the concept art, and how that concept was crafted by the artisans into the reality of the costumes that you see on stage during these Broadway shows. This, I believe, was from The Lion King, and you can see the ornate nature of these costumes and how they came from scratch. There's also photo opportunities here. You have Aladdin's lamp that you can stand in front of, rub, and get a photo. And then this section here demonstrated some of the close-up views of some of the costumes from Broadway. There's Hercules there in front. Next, we come across Anna and Elsa from the Frozen show live on Broadway. And then behind them, you can see Mary Poppins. And later on tonight, we actually listened to the performer that was Mary Poppins on Broadway on one of the artists' sections. Here, they had miniatures of some of the stage designs and setups for the Broadway productions. And so here's a miniature recreation of the stage from Mary Poppins. And here's a miniature recreation of the stage from Frozen. Overall, this was super interesting, highly recommend, and something not to miss if you visit Festival of the Arts.
We're on our way to Paint by Numbers, and we're going by the Craftsman's Courtyard. And last night, two nights ago, we had the beef Wellington and the coffee old-fashioned cocktail. They were phenomenal. They're making it right back there. They're grilling it up. These guys are making the mussels right now. And there's the beach with the meatballs. I got smell so good here. Alright, so this is the Figment paint by numbers, I think it's called. The expression section. We come over here and pick up our paints, depending on what numbers we get, which is just random, and then you go paint your squares.
Okay, we'll walk down and find you another four.
So you can see everybody's painting their numbers. Buffy's got 4.
You already did one.
Wait, this is 4? This is a 6 or a 9?
You have 6.
Okay,
The
so
line on
just
the
to be
bottom.
clear, the color on the bottom does not correlate to the color in the paint?
6 is just those areas.
Okay.
Go.
Oh, you just go stand anywhere you want.
Right.
And then you paint the numbers on the wall. I get it. I get it. Okay. Okay, so now we need to look on the wall and find numbers that are not painted yet. Okay, so there's some 4s.
I want to just point out that I feel like this is kind of wasteful. Makes me
This
sad.
is cultural experience, therefore not wasteful.
They're throwing away these
Nice work.
brushes.
Beautiful. And when you're done, I just wanted to show you get your bookmark, which can you see? There's the pergola. Sorry, it's not called a pergola. What's that called? There's the rainbows. There's the Star Blaster. There's Spaceship Earth. Just like it's going to look when it's all said and done. We have finished.
We painted our squares, and we got a bookmark of the finished piece. Now, I was quite critical when we first began painting because they hand you a paintbrush and a plastic container with paint, and I was like, this is wasteful. They do recycle. We asked them at the end, they do recycle, so I take back what I said.
You support it now.
I support it now.
She was about to light it all on fire, but now we support it.
No, I was about to say bring your own paintbrush.
Yeah. Next along our art journey is the Thomas Kincaid Studios. And I think these are a common presence at the Festival of the Arts.
Beautiful.
Touch
These
the arts.
flowers. I'm not touching.
Touch the arts.
I didn't touch. Look at how beautiful the flowers
I
are.
can't believe these are original paintings, right? That are just sitting here and all these children walking by, like rubbing them with their grubby hands. There's no walls or anything. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland, Cinderella. Oh, this Tangled one's awesome. Wow. 4,310. This is a sparkly one. Can you see that on the video? It's like glittery. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. I will say that these are pricey because they're original pieces.
They're like $5,000.
Yeah. But inside there, these, can you see them down here? These canvas prints are $100. And the smaller ones are $60. And then they have matted prints for $50 and postcards for $6. It gives you multiple price points to get in and get something if you want. We found the best artwork of the fest so far. We've got Luke and R2 from Mandalorian, from The New Hope. Although, I'm not sure about the faces on this one. We got more Mando. Nice Darth Vader. Obi-Wan Kenobi. That's from Obi-Wan Kenobi, the show. These are all hand-signed and hand-numbered, which again, kind of blows me away that they're just hanging out here for people to walk by and mess with. I'm digging this one from The New Hope. That is neat. From Mando, Return of the Jedi, Empire, Return of the Jedi, and Empire. We've hit our next food stop at the refreshment port. We're going to try their caprese poutine, and I might try the Blood Orange Cosmo as well. Well, I'm not totally sure what a Cosmo is. We have acquired our next meal / snack, the caprese poutine, with Tuscan spiced French fries, confit tomatoes, slivered garlic, mozzarella pearls, basil pesto, shaved pecorino, and balsamic glaze. Sure sounds good. And this is the Blood Orange Cosmo, which is a vodka-based cocktail made with triple sec cranberry and lime juice served in a martini glass. Everybody knows that. I don't think it's any coincidence that these birds are hanging around the French fry stand. All right, we're leaving our spot by the birds and we're going backwards around the World Showcase.
We usually go the other direction, but
This feels totally unnatural. We're starting in Canada and going right, which
we're
that's not
going-
what you do.
Canada, UK, France.
But the poutine caprese fries from Refreshment Port, So far, best
Our
of the best. So good.
So good.
It's like a fresh caprese pizza, but on French fries.
Oh, but let's talk about the pecorino romano and the parmesan.
All that. It tasted so good.
Those
And,
cheeses were fresh and delicious.
The Cosmo was good too. It was very tart and citrusy with blood orange and lime, and it was not sweet. Loved it. So during Festival of the Arts, every country has a hidden Figment photo or Figment piece of art. And it's exceptionally difficult to find them. We've looked now 3 times and struck out, but I finally found them. And the reason it's so hard is they have them behind this glass, and it is reflecting in the sun, so you can't even see through it. But there he is. There is the Figment scavenger hunt for UK. Check. All right, we have made the decision.
Yep.
Whoa, this was not closed up the other day. What's going on up there? We got construction workers and hard hats.
Backtracking.
But we have made the decision now that we are obligated to find all Figment paintings in all 11 countries. So we have backtracked to Canada. Hello, Canada. And see if we can find Figment.
Yeah, we can't leave a country out.
And then every time we find Figment, we're going to celebrate by having a drink. Canada really is a beautiful pavilion. I don't think most people take the time to actually walk back in here and enjoy it.
You know,
And we are.
well, the times that we've walked back here, it's been looking for some sort of scavenger.
Exactly. We're on some sort of fruitless scavenger hunt. I just want to point out that this feels like an exponentially more difficult scavenger hunt than find food wine, or find Olaf during Festival of the Holidays, or find, what's the Flower and Garden one? Oh, Spike. You have to find Spike the Bee in Flower and Garden. Those are always like right on the main walkway, but this one seems like these things are hidden. Look at this reveal. Wow, I'm getting wet. Get to the Canada Far and Wide show, which you have to stand up during, so we protest and don't attend. So we were advised that in order to see Figment, we have to see the show.
We have not seen this show since it's been updated, and Carrie can't stop complaining about it.
So now we're seeing the show.
Yes, we're seeing the show.
Yep, this is what you want in a long day at Epcot. There's a situation where you have to stand on, lean against a rail to watch video. Also, I'm told this show is 25% more expensive than it used to be. It's a delightful show about Canada. If you didn't have to stand and lean, I would like it more. And I love Canada, especially now. I support Canada. Let's go to Canada. Mission accomplished. We have found the dragon. I know. All right, so we have backtracked from from the UK to Canada to find Figment, which we just did.
Yes.
And once we did that, we realized that all was not right with the world going counterclockwise in the World Showcase. So,
We adjusted.
or is it clockwise? I don't know.
It depends on which way you're facing.
I,
But we have historically always and forever gone through Mexico and
Yes.
around that way.
so we are now backtracking to Mexico, and we will go the correct order around the World Showcase.
And we looked all through Mexico for Figment the other night.
The other
and
night.
could not find him.
He's so hard to find.
He's hard to find, and I kind of like that because I got to tell you, although this is a very bright and colorful festival, and I do appreciate that, Flower and Garden is far and away the best.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I would vote Flower and Garden every day, all day.
I'll give you my vote at the end of today. I'm torn between those two for sure. I would take
We'll
either
see
of
if my
those.
vote is swayed, but I don't think so.
Although I don't think we've really enjoyed Festival of Holidays with the storytellers and all that. This is the Rob Has Gallery.
They're adorable.
Definitely sensing a theme here. Oh yeah, the park maps are awesome. Animal Kingdom, Magic Kingdom, Hollywood Studios, and Epcot. Those are cool. Well, funny story. So
Update.
we spent quite some time trying to find the Figment portrait in Mexico, like
Yeah.
probably 30 minutes plus last night trying to find it. And we were en route to Mexico again today. Note, we did not pay for the map to actually do the scavenger hunt, because you only have to pay for the map if you want the prize. And the prize is these little stencils that
Yeah, they don't look that
aren't
cool.
exciting to us, not worth $10, so we didn't pay for the map. So we popped into where they sell the map to say, let's just see if we can get any hints.
And
Guess what?
there's
There
no
isn't one in Mexico. Why, every other country has one, but
Nope.
there's not one in Mexico. So we spent all that time looking for Figment in Mexico,
Yeah.
and there isn't one in
There
Mexico.
isn't one. No wonder.
I want a refund.
Of your map you didn't buy?
So we're going to bypass Mexico.
Yeah,
We'll go
we're
to
gonna-
Norway.
Pass through Norway. There's one in Norway. It'll be cool.
On the exit, look, there he is. And the three trolls. This is a throwback to Maelstrom too.
That's cool. They all have this guy.
Over the Falls, inspired by Norwegian tapestries and the Maelstrom. Yeah. Time to hit up the Painted Panda for some General Tso's chicken shumai. General Tso's chicken?
I thought it was very tasty.
Yeah.
Nice amount of spice. And lots of chicken. I think there was lots of chicken.
Yeah, it's a decent serving, but I don't think I'd go for it at $10.75. That was like $7.50 on it.
Yeah, I wonder what makes it so expensive. Probably it's time consuming to make the dumplings.
I mean, General Tso's time is valuable.
I guess so.
We have traveled to the magic of Disney all the way to China, and I'm going to go with my theory that it's by the exit to each attraction, which would mean the exit to the show is back here. Yep, I see it. Bingo. The Ox and the Dragon. Inspired by a picture of spring ox, woodblock print, King Dynasty. Where is he? Oh, I see him.
Isn't he cute?
Can somebody who reads Chinese comment down below what all this says? That'd be great. All right, so last minute detour because the stage is starting, or the show is starting, and this is Disney on Broadway concert series. Most festivals have some sort of show here, and this one is Broadway stars coming out and performing some of their stuff from Broadway. Just finished the Broadway concert series show. That was good.
Really like voices are powerful.
Yeah.
Um,
We've seen
I
it
was
twice
saying,
now. I'll put some clips in of this one, which you just saw, and then I'll put some clips in from the first night.
Yeah.
And those guys were Mufasa from Aladdin and Mary Poppins from Broadway.
yeah.
The spirits of life calling. Wait, there's no mountain too great. Come feel the little birds showing that you care, and you'll be glad if you do. Oh, so bad.
I think I preferred the first one,
Yeah.
but their voices were awesome. I think the thing is that I'm not familiar with the score from the Broadway shows, and I like to kind of know the music.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a lot of, or singing a lot of the songs from Broadway, not the movies.
But I will say they came out doing Greatest Showman
Yeah, it's a little bit of an ad,
on point.
but ready for that show. And it just goes to show you, if you see one of these, it doesn't mean you shouldn't come back and see a different night, because they're all different performers. It's great. So now we're backtracking a little bit to go to Germany. We have reached Germany, And we're on the Figment search, but we stopped in the restroom and Buffy got a little pixie dust.
Yes, look, it's a little towel animal. The custodial staff member, cast member in the bathroom made some of these, and I noticed them, and she told me they're for you to take. They're beautiful little towel animals.
A preview to the cruise, where we're going to get that every day.
There were
Miniature one.
2 ducks that she had made, and people weren't noticing them. They were just walking by, and I noticed them, and she was like, they're for you.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome?
All right, Figment search is on. Germany at sunset. It wasn't back by the Beer Garden Buffet restaurant. That's where I thought it would be. This is the Crystal Shop. This hasn't been sold since we were last here. It's still on sale. This is the Caramel Cooch. May or may not be pronouncing that correctly. We did find a little chalk art Pascal over here, eating caramel popcorn. We've been searching Germany for days. Long voyages. We've lost many of our party. And we cannot find the stupid Figment painting in Germany. Where is this thing? We actually asked for a hint from the cast member, and they just said it's outside the pavilion. So not in one of the gift shops, but where is it? We can't find it. We're in the Stein shop, and I swear we walked by this 30 times and didn't see it. But guess what? It's right there. And it's pretty obvious too. Like, I don't know how we didn't find this. It's right there. All right, now we're completely exhausted by our days of searching in Germany to find the Figment that was staring us in the face, obviously on the wall. But now we have arrived to Italy, and I'm really hoping this is a quicker find than last time. Back at the very end of the Italy Pavilion is Via Napoli. They have awesome pizza, and occasionally this little window over here is open. You can tell by the crowds here how popular it is. And they sell pizza by the slice. So Buffy's waiting for a slice of pizza while I continue the hunt for El Figmento. Where could he be? We went to the perfume shops and the mask shops. He wasn't in there. I don't think he'd be inside the restaurants because you have to have reservations to go in there. This, by the way, is a fountain, which I should know more about. I've heard about it before, but I can't remember the details. Other than that, I think there's a replica of this in Italy. Bernini. I think it's made by Bernini. I'm reasonably sure that's a Bernini fountain. And this, of course, is a replica of this structure, also in Italy. This whole courtyard, I believe, giving you the absolute worst tour of this pavilion. But I'm reasonably sure this is a replication of a courtyard in Italy that is famous. We're going to try over. This is a little wine bar over here on the left. We're going to go in there and see if we can find Figment. There he is, in the gift shop. Right, there's the cash register. So this is Germany. Now I'm getting another theme here. So here's the menu for the pizza window. We're getting a slice of pepperoni to share. And they have a selection of red and white sparkling wine, beer flight, cocktails. I'm going to try a Bellini, peach puree, Prosecco, sparkling wine, along with our pizza. And although this line was very long, it's only been about 5 minutes and she's next to order, so it really goes fast. Pretty cool view of Spaceship Earth all lit up through the columns of this courtyard of Italy. Our pizza has arrived. And the verdict?
Oh,
it looks good. But you're on camera. Talk with your mouth full.
It's very crunchy.
And this was the Bellini, which is peach flavored, and it's pretty good. Pizza was good. I don't know that it was life-changing, but it was a short wait.
It ended up being a lot faster moving line than I expected.
It was good. I would get it again, but it's nowhere near as good as the pizza
I'm telling
inside.
you, though, we got a reject piece.
Yeah, we have a weird piece.
Yeah, and I didn't have the bravery to be like, hey, can you grab another piece?
All right. $9 for the Epcot value scale. It's about right for that piece.
It was tasty, though. Except for the pepperonis made little, like, grease bowls, and Gary dumped them out all over my face.
Yeah, it's a true story. All right, we're going next door to, what's next door? America. It's the America Pavilion. It's 7 o'clock. Pressure's on. Clock is ticking. A lot of Figments to find. All right, we are back home in America. Got a little bit more art here outside. The art of David E. Doss. Got Got it?
Found it.
This is going to be the easiest country we've had. It's all art in here. This is not normally all art. Oh, there it is. Figment crossing the Delaware. It's pretty cool. There he is. With George. So, just like that, we hopped the red eye from New York to Tokyo. We are in Japan. And we were just commenting that this pavilion is massive. So where Figment could be, it's probably in the department store, but I don't know. America was so easy, this will be impossible again. This is Mitsukoshi Department Store, which is actually operated by Mitsukoshi out of Japan. It's not owned by Disney. And it's a pretty neat place. It's changed a lot over the years. I don't think it's quite as authentic and cool as it used to be, but it is like you're walking into a department store in Japan. This is Pick a Pearl. You get to pick your oyster, and then you get to keep whatever pearl they find in it. We have struck out on finding, oh, maybe in that little hallway there in front of the department store. Entrance to department store there, and Figment. I think, yeah. The wave of inspiration. He's surfing the wave. Nice. Yeah. I'm glad we found it. This is Takumi Thai restaurant over here, which is the most exclusive restaurant in Epcot. I do believe, we can look at the menu over here, but I do believe it runs $200 to $300 to eat there. Omakase menu is $250. Each. You can look and see if that's something that would be. I know our buddy Lou Mangello loves this place.
I mean, we've looked at it, but I don't think there's anything on there that you would love.
I'm not sure I could do that, especially at that price point. There's what I was talking about earlier in terms of price points. So you can get a deluxe print for $45, which looks like that. A mini print for $15, which looks like that. Or a postcard for $6.99, which is a postcard. So a lot of the art here on this stand is available as big prints, deluxe prints, mini prints, postcards. And just like that, we have arrived in Morocco. All right, people. If you're looking for a regular beverage in Epcot, and you don't want the pre-mix and the sugary drinks, and you just want a regular old beverage, whatever kind you want, right behind me is Spice Road Table. In front of Spice Road Table is a walk-up bar. There's never a wait. The cast members who work there are phenomenal, and they pour me a beverage, which is essentially 95% adult beverage, 5% Diet Coke. So, thanks, Spice Road Table, for making Epcot better. As we proceed deeper into the Morocco Pavilion, I would be remiss if I didn't point out that all of this tile work in Morocco, not this, because this recently was replaced and it's not authentic anymore, but all this tile work was done by Moroccan craftsmen. And the King of Morocco actually oversaw the construction of this pavilion and brought his craftsmen over to lay tile as they would do in Morocco. My second favorite fact about the Morocco Pavilion is that although it's nighttime and it's hard to see, you can see the color of the Morocco Pavilion in general is kind of this reddish, pinkish stone. And if you look at the Tower of Terror, it's the same color. How are those connected? Well, if you're standing across the World Showcase, you can see the Tower of Terror silhouetted behind the Morocco Pavilion. And so in classic Disney attention to detail, they colored the Tower of Terror to match the Morocco Pavilion so that it would be seamlessly blending in the background when you're standing across the lake, looking across the water towards the Morocco Pavilion. The Tower of Terror just blends in behind it because it's made of the same color. I mean, you can't make that stuff up. This little offshoot of a room right to the left as you come through the main gate of the Morocco Pavilion. Nobody ever comes in here. And it is stunning. I don't know if you can tell in the video, but all of this is individual tile work. Every different color that you see here is an individual tile that's been hand-laid by the artisans of Morocco, along with these Moroccan artifacts and Moroccan information. This just really makes me appreciate Morocco. I feel like I've said Morocco a lot in this sentence, but I really appreciate this pavilion and this tile work. Can you hear that? Yeah. there's speakers up top on the second floor here that are simulating Moroccan conversations of people that live up here. So if you just sit here for a second, if it's quiet like it is now, you can hear people talking. You could think that you are actually in Morocco when you're back here, especially when it's not crowded. Absolutely nobody here. Again, you can hear conversations and music from some of the quote-unquote apartments upstairs. And a little Festival of the Arts nugget for you. Abu on the wall up here. There's a Figment hunter in the wild. Alright, this one's very, very difficult. We had to give up. We had to ask for help. We've been wandering around this pavilion again forever. And it's right here in front of our face. Not the mirror, but above the mirror. And it's just that... Is he even in there?
I don't see him. And you know what? I looked at this.
It's just the color purple? That is a difficult one.
I looked at this and I was like,
It's the frame, right? Your frame has Figment.
yeah.
It just says, inspired by Moroccan Zelig, pigments of Figment. Oh my goodness. That's unfair.
Hard.
I think of all the art I've seen so far today, for whatever reason, this is my favorite. I love this monorail artwork. We have made it to France. This is l'art de la cuisine française. And we are going to try the pipieres de canard et volaille sauce canard, puff pastry with duck, chicken, onions, mushroom, cranberries, and duck sauce. Let's see how that goes. And maybe a beverage. Which should we do? Frozen French martini or elderflower liqueur spritz? Liqueur. Elderflower liqueur spritz. At the France Pavilion, first off here we have the... I'm going to go ahead and pronounce this correctly. Are you ready?
Yes.
We have the pipieres de canard et volaille sauce canard.
Sounds
That
right.
is the puff pastry with duck, chicken, onions, mushrooms, cranberries, and duck sauce. For beverage, we have the elderflower liqueur spritz, Saint Germain liqueur, sparkling wine, and mint. Buffy has selected the cinnamon and sugar crepe with vanilla bean ice cream from the crepe shop by Ratatouille.
Right
This
here.
is one heck of a meal right here.
This is it.
Let's see how it goes. I'm really nervous and excited about the chicken/duck combination here in this puff pastry.
Let's try it. It's a little hard to cut.
It's a little hard to cut. Ooh,
That's very good.
is it?
I love the cranberry. There's cranberry in
Yeah.
there.
All right. This has been reported as one of the best of the fest.
That's very good.
Does this dethrone a
Poutine?
poutine?
I don't think so, but it sure is close.
It's like Thanksgiving. It's like gravy, cranberry, chicken. That's not turkey,
It's
but
more
yeah,
rich
Thanksgiving
than
Thanksgiving
turkey, though.
flavor.
Turkey's kind of dry, you know.
Yeah, it's not dry.
Duck is not dry.
It's good. It's duck and chicken. The duck is complete, and now we are taking into the cinnamon sugar vanilla bean ice cream crepe. Let's see what kind of eyebrow raise we get with this one. Oh, we got a head down.
I know these crepes are good, period. Add some true vanilla bean ice cream.
Yeah.
So good.
Oh, I'm excited.
It was great, but it was not best of the fest for me. I'm still going to put the poutine above the duck.
I think about it for a second, but I think I might put this duck, in the worst of the fest. I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't like it.
Pot pie was way worse.
What pot pie? Chicken pot pie in America? No way. I would take 10 of those.
It was too salty and weird.
No, this was too cranberry-y and duck-y. I don't need either of those things. This was Thanksgiving meal on a plate, but with duck. I didn't like it.
I did like it.
The elderflower liqueur cocktail was okay, but it was
Very
more
dainty.
Dark. It was a little warm and sweet. The crepe was the winner
Yeah.
of this meal.
I mean, listen,
the crepe is not part of the fest. The creperie is open all the time.
Right.
But I will tell you not to sleep on getting back there and getting your crepe because it's always delightful. The savory crepes are awesome, and so are the sweet crepes. And I learned while I was in line, because there was a family of 5 kids and a mom organizing the whole bunch, that the crepes, actually the simple crepes, count as a snack credit for the dining plan. Which is kind of cool because they're huge. And those kids were sharing them, and they were 1 snack credit. So.
Yeah. The savory crepes are really good too.
Oh, we had the one. We have Gruyere ham.
So good.
Savory crepe.
Yeah.
Delicious.
The problem is that the line gets really long in the morning, so you almost have to rope drop crepes for breakfast. If you get here 20 minutes after rope drop, it's a long line. And then the other bonus of sitting at this table right here
is
that you found Figment right here. You
The
didn't have to
final
go anywhere.
Figment.
There was no search.
the final Figment.
Right over there, in that window, is Figment. Let's get a little closer view. Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the library, the Gaiati, I present to you the last Figment, entitled Reflections of Imagination, inspired by Claude Monet's Water Lily Pond, Green Harmony, 1899. Oh, look at the Figment. We have Figment up here, and the Figment reflection down there. What a fitting end to our night, and a fitting end to the Figment Artistry Challenge. All right, we are heading out. It's about 8:30, so we're going to escape before the luminous fireworks crowds. It's a pretty darn good day at Festival of the Arts.
Successful day. It was a beautiful, temperature was like 84. It was pretty warm.
Yeah.
But when the sun went down, it was delightful.
Yeah. We hit all 11 countries.
We found all the
Figments.
Figments. We ate a ton. And we also walked almost 9 miles today.
Really? We were even trying today. Yesterday we were
Yeah.
trying. We only got 11.7.
Almost 9 miles. We did park hop, and that adds some miles.
Yeah, so we had a good, 6-7 hours here at Epcot.
Yeah.
5-6 hours here at Epcot. It was a really good day.
It was great. Turns out we really enjoy being together. We really enjoy Disney, and we really enjoy eating.
Truth.
So thanks for following us.
Thanks for coming along, and we're going to see if we get a little bonus footage on the way out of the Spaceship Earth show. This is late night Epcot lighting with Spaceship Earth. We have one last task before we leave the park, and that is to go see the Walt statue.